We have a baby waiting, so I'll keep this short. By any chance, did any of you see the rerun of Angels and Demons last night on the Sci-Fi Channel? Any of you read the book?
Yes.
Okay. Any of you know the Big Bang Theory? Okay. I want to identify that because I think what we're about to do today is very consistent with what science refers to as the God particle. And some theologians have actually gone so far as to say there's no tension between religion and science, because what happened at the moment of creation was that God's heart was so full of love that it exploded. And that was the God particle. And thus was born light and the Word, and hence we have the beginning of John's Gospel. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was light, and so forth. So, keeping the God particle in mind, I want you to think of the Gospel that we just heard as being part of the God particle. Because indeed, when Jesus went up on the mountaintop and the transfiguration happened, as portrayed in the window there, we know that that light was revealed. And we know that this was a transformative change in the ministry of Jesus, because from this point on, he set his face to Jerusalem, and he knew that the redemption that he was to accomplish would happen through his passion and death. Big piece of the God particle. In that moment, when the disciples saw him transformed and lit up, they had a moment of prefigurement, if you will, of the resurrection. What the resurrection might look like, what would happen on Easter Sunday. And of course, we know that the gospel writers have essentially given us that moment of previewing what the resurrection is going to look like. And hopefully then that's really a moment of joy and hope that's going to carry us through the Lenten season. It's going to help us, strengthen us on our pilgrimage through Lent. But perhaps more importantly, I think it's critical that the words that the disciples hear being spoken from the cloud are the same words that were spoken when Jesus was baptized. Yes? Okay. Everybody put that together? Okay. This is my Son, my beloved. Listen to him. And now we have the model for baptism. And we know, especially as Paul wrote about it in the letter from Corinthians that we heard this morning, that indeed the baptism is God particle working on, because it's transforming our lives with God's love and God's grace. And so, in that sense, expect a big explosion in the next few minutes, because we're going to be passing the love on to, we're going to call him Robert or Walker? Walker, okay. Robert Walker Lewis, and he goes by Walker. So it's important, I think, and we all know, and frequently when clergy preach at baptisms, we talk about the fact that Walker's family just got about, 80 people bigger, okay? And that you will all have additional help in bringing Walker up in the Christian faith and life. And so we want to welcome you to the family of Trinity Church. We want to celebrate the lighting up of this place with Walker as he joins our midst. And with that, let us stand and sing hymn number 296 as we proceed to the baptismal function.